All right, it is the episode for September 5th, and yes, it's being recorded after midnight because I'm still sleeping a lot. But that is not stopping me from making these videos, and it feels like it's been a while. At least 2 weeks. At least 3 skin biopsies ago. There's one right here. But it was for long COVID research, don't worry. It's been 3 years and 2 months now. Yeah, so, I gotta refamiliarize myself with these buttons, I think. How about we try, let's try this button. Let's see what happens. Ah, crap. There we go. There, yep, there. You didn't see it? You didn't see it. Let's try button number 2. Alright. There, well, you caught me. I don't get silly naturally. I've got to, listen to Weird Al while I prepare these lists every week. So, of course, it's the playlist for Weird Al. And I do love Rocky Road. He is the man. Oh, look at that, Dr. Demento. If you weren't sure what he looked like, there's Dr. Demento. Rocky Road is actually one of my favorite ice creams. It's not because of Weird Al, though. I think it's a good blend of taste. Anyways, regardless, let's try a different button. Let's see if we can get on track. Oh, there you go. We've got it. We've got, of course, if you weren't paying attention, it is a contest we're running here for. I wonder if we can. There you go. Let's do that. But a contest that I've been running for now 3 weeks. Technically ends tomorrow, but I'm still taking submissions if you guys have any. Especially since I didn't have last week to remind you guys. But yeah, because the creator of that song, some problematic stuff has come out about them, and so I'm not going to use the song I've been using for a while now. So I'm looking for a new one. And so if you're interested, you're welcome to submit. We've gotten some cool submissions. I've got to say, I've loved the submissions. I mean, let's try this one. Oh yeah, and it's been tinkered with a little bit. This is the Tim Hallhouse one. So this one, I think the riffs end up stuck in my brain after I hear it.
Yeah, you're going to the show. Check out every show, Joe.
And then this one's a favorite too. Yeah? And then there's this one, which I think is like really good. Just lean into it. All right, welcome to another episode where I feel like you're doing sports talk with this. All right, this week we're talking Cardinals football. Oh, that's a good one. Right, this is no gimmick. This is Johnny Gimmick. This is awesome. And of course,
Every show
the very punk
every show
one from Jesse. A young music coming up. But yeah, you want to know some shows. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. I think we should get to it, right? Since I'm not playing that other theme song right now. Let's go with this one. Let's go. Yes, you can tell I've listened to these a bit enough now. But also, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go, where I'm recommending shows around the Valley of the Sun and around the state a little bit of at least one musician, one band that I think fucking rules, that you're going to probably think fucking rules, and then everyone around them is usually complimentary of awesome, and so you'll probably enjoy these shows. Just saying. And also, like every week, recommending, of course, masking indoors at shows, especially now as COVID is spiking. We are in the summer spike, and also as more walls are being put up to even access to them, to vaccinations due to the shitty idiot known as RFK Jr. I mean, you've seen me wear the pin in the past, so you know this. But also, yeah, fuck that. So I'm always recommending masking because it helps protect yourself, helps slow the spread. If more of you are also wearing masks indoors, and so it's helping the community, and it's also helping, like tour runners, so they don't get impacted by an illness while in the middle of the tour, and, less likely to disrupt, and they can keep going on. I don't need this. But yeah, so I'm always recommending masking at shows, and fuck RFK Jr. Simple math. Of course, other housekeeping is to be sure, wherever you're watching this, to give it a like. Sorry, alright, there we go. Adjusting something. But there we go. But yeah, be sure to like this wherever you're watching it, whether it is YouTube, whether it is Facebook, whether it is Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. Yes, Blue Sky. And yeah, so be sure to do that where you do, assuming you like it. If you don't like it, I get it. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you're watching on YouTube, or if you're not and you just want to help, you can always hit that subscribe button. It's free. You get notifications when this content goes live. Also, helps me as those numbers go up. One day will give me the legendary, the fabled ad revenue, where I can get like the 26th of a penny for every time you get those ads and you skip it after 6 seconds. That's still more than I get right now. But one other way you can support, because I don't get that kind of stuff, is patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Yes, that link again, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. And if you don't remember, you can always, there's a link on the article and on the website to become a patron. Excuse me. You can always support that way too. For easy access, or easy ways to remember. There you go. But yes, you can always support patreon.com/everyshowjoe, and I appreciate everyone that does. There's a $1 a month tier, there's a $5 a month tier. Think of it like a tip, a monthly tip of, for some, like buying me water at a venue, or what else is there? Soda, beer, PBR. Is that still affordable? I suppose it is. It's made in the US, right? Drink for dramatic effect. But yeah, because these shitty tariffs have been basically affecting everything else. Yeah, so you can always support that way. And I appreciate, again, everyone that does. And then the other thing to mention is, of course, that music, that awesome song you're hearing underneath this week's episode. It is off Mike and the Molotovs' brand new EP. The song is Guess I'll Just Die. I think it is a great characterization of the current state of affairs, of the broken class system of economy. And yes, I do have my spaghetti punk right here ready for you. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this brand. It even has, let's see here. Yes, it's sourced from the tears unethically of billionaires. There you go. They're awesome. Sorry, gotta shout that out. And then, of course, every week, for those that apparently haven't been paying attention, every week, fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck sexism and misogyny, values that I thought the community, punk and ska, if you know, you know, stood by and stood up for and defended. And yeah, but yeah, so I like to throw out ways that we can get involved, hence everyshowjoe.com/get involved. You can find all these links, so if you forget, you can just go to the get involved section on the website. It's only funny because I can't believe, again, if you know, you know, I'm not digging it up right now. But yeah, so ways to get involved. I have links to the 5051 organization that's been putting together the protests, including there was one last Saturday, and that was really cool to see organized and people out. They are the ones that did the No Kings and other stuff, so like really cool. Get involved. There's also a link to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Excuse me. There is, of course, the Abortion Fund of Arizona, because once again they're trying to take away access from birth control in this country. On top, you know, despite codifying some of that stuff in our own state constitution, they're still trying to take away this stuff at a federal level, which does take precedence over state. So it's some bullshit. And this whole administration has been attacking the rights of so many members of our community. And I, again, can't believe it was controversial that I even was upset to see what I saw. but sorry. If you know, you know. Of course, there's also links to Black Lives Matter, Poder in Action, and it's the Phoenix Metro one for Black Lives Matter. If you're not in Phoenix, go look up your local one. They have schedules and activities and things you can get involved with. They also take donations, all these organizations. I also have a link to the Stop Asian American Pacific Islander Hate, FirstNations.org for Indigenous, you know, all that stuff that has been doing the great work they have been protecting these communities and trying to just educate people to be better. Also, I've got a link to the ACLU, as I am a proud donor to and supporter of. They've been doing a lot of legal fights against the shitty things that this administration has been doing to take away the rights of our trans friends, of our gay friends, of our just femme friends, and our racial profiling of our POC. Like, I can't believe what happened last Friday. If you claim to be punk, you claim to be in the sky, you claim to be into this shit, this is what I expect people to stand up for those in our community, the marginalized people in our community. I can't believe I'm vague talking. But yeah, I say this every week, all these things, and I've added links, and I think I've adjusted one or two here and there. Like when 1in10.org is on there, Transqueer was added, helping undocumented migrants and transgender ones, especially. Like, we're supposed to, that's what I thought the Gilman 924 ways of punk values. Regardless, finish this. There is Feed Phoenix, helping our homeless here in Phoenix, an offshoot of the Cyanide Project out of LA. There's also Punk Rock Saves Lives, also working with our punk scene across the country that you've probably seen with mental health and all. And so, there you go. There are some great organizations to get involved. And even if these aren't up your alley, go look up something and just get involved and do something. Let's try to combat some of this shit. And hopefully not be controversial if you bring it up, like apparently it was for me bringing up some stuff and questioning, seeing something that I won't mention. Of course, the other stuff is, you're like, how do I support my favorite musicians, my favorite bands? And I know it's after midnight, so, but Bandcamp First Fridays, of course, 100% goes to the artist, but 82% still goes to the artist on a normal day, which is way more than they make off of streaming, which, if it's not even, it's like a fifth of a penny per stream versus you giving them that $5, that $10, or whatever you want. That is way more than they'll make off of your streams for a long time. So go buy the albums on their Bandcamp even and support that way. Of course, the other thing, the best way is go right to those merch booths. Go right to those merch stores if they have a website. They make the most off of those. Off, you know, picking up the shirts, picking up the skate decks, the hoodies, all that, the CDs, the spaghetti punk. I think Mike could make some money if you actually sold some of these. But yeah, go to the merch booths and support your favorite artists. They will appreciate it so much, and they'll make the most out of it, and you're helping them the most you can. So throw that out there. And of course, the most fun way, the way that I miss, but you know, things I think are coming together. I think I'm going to get to see Dance Hall Crashers for my first time live in a week, and I am so excited for that idea. So fingers crossed. But yeah, the most fun way, the way that I miss getting out to with this stupid chronic fatigue. And we'll just cover Friday because it is the ad episode, and I didn't have an episode last week. So, of course, Friday the 5th, all times errors on time, which more applies if I find streams. Right now it's all live. But we'll start with one thing that I'm stoked to see back for its third time, the Tempe Noise Takeover. The first night here with Goya, Strelitzia, The Cause of Depression, Doms, who fucking, if you haven't seen Doms, go see Doms. Scorpion vs. Tarantula, of course, also. If you haven't seen Scorpion vs. Tarantula, go see Scorpion vs. Tarantula, too. Ghost Moon, Analog Monsters, Rad Pinkard, and so many more across Yucca, across Time Out Lounge, and this year, an all-ages venue at Rocket Space, so Cool beans there. 7 p.m. Yes, I said cool beans. Yes, people say that. I don't know where I grabbed that from. Regardless, moving on. We got Rad Stacy, we got Winter Haven, we've got Bounce House at Sandham Garden, 7 p.m. We got Cat Prison Pop-Up at the first Friday over there on Roosevelt with No Exceed, Christina Madcap, Delova, Casa, and Mr. Memory at the MySpace Phoenix, 7 p.m., which you're going to find. MySpace is doing a ton of stuff this week. It's awesome. I forgot to add some other new DIY space. I'll work on it. I was told their names, and now I need to make sure I have them on my list that I check every week. We also got Jaffe's Descent over at Tempe History Museum, 7 p.m. We also got All the Better with My Upside Down and Wildflower Mind at Last Exit Live, 7:30 p.m. Then Saturday, I couldn't. Either one of these could be like the first, or really, yeah, all these could be. But, I'm going to put the legendary Circle Jerks up there with Gorilla Biscuits and Negative Approach, because that's a trio right there at the Van Buren, 8 p.m. And then we got night 2. This is probably where everyone else is going to be. Tempe Noise Takeover with Flying Tuna Can, which put that on the list of just really good band names. Had to mention it. We got Heathen, Celeste, Snailmate, Batter the Drag, Joan of Arkansas, Katie Made the Lubrication, Wiccan Babysitter, which if you don't know Wiccan Babysitter, that's Ben from AJJ's other band. We got POW, the Phoenix Afrobeat Orchestra, Willetta, Common Wounds, and so many more. Once again, across Yucca Tap, Time Out Lounge, and Rocket Space. This time starting at 4 p.m. on Saturday, so there you go. And we got Daphne and Delicious back playing another show with Tripolar Celeste, I guess doing double duty. Ian Glassy Wells at MySpace Phoenix, 7 p.m. Got Jessica Von Rabbit with the Sturdy Ladies, Brea Burns and the Boleros of Chopper Johns, 9 p.m. And then Sunday, we got actually a pair here. We got Hyperbella and Sophia Bavishi at the Crescent Ballroom, 2 p.m. for a matinee show for you. So you can go there and then hit up this other one, North by North, with Grace Otto and Sun Twist at Last Exit Live, 7:30 p.m. Monday, we got Ang Serena with Pleasure Cult and Lunas at the Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. We also got Coven Sound Training Workshop number 3, which I thought some of you guys might be interested in learning how to, run sound for bands. This over at the MySpace Phoenix, 7 p.m. Tuesday, we got Vintage Clothes with Cassidy Brooke, Nick Noodle and Angel Harris, Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. And we got Ryan Casada with Kylo Gunn, Astrud Aurelia with Milk Chew at the Rhythm Room, 7 p.m. We also got the Melvins with Red Cross at the Yucca North up there in Flagstaff, 8 p.m. Wednesday, we got Terror Attack, Sick in the Head, Parch, and Forgotten Graves over at the Ground Zero Studio, 7 p.m. Got the Bell Rays back in town with Joan of Arkansas open up that one, Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. Plus, we got another really good one at MySpace, Ryder, the Eagles, Sewer Bitch, and Max Mouse at the MySpace Phoenix, 7 p.m. Then, speaking of MySpace, we got even more on Thursday. We got Loose with Vox Manica, Tawal, and Jar at MySpace, 7 p.m. Got Suitable Miss with Another Day's Demons, I Am Anything, and Home Turf at Last Exit Live, 6 p.m. And if you didn't get enough or you wanted more, or you live in Tucson, we got the Bell Rays with the Working People at 191 Tool down there at 8 p.m. Then Friday, we've got Two Tone Lizard Kings with Mr. Cunicado, Bowcat, Torn at the Seam, and Sorry Jamie at Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. We got Back to School Jam, Punk Fest, Volume 1, Punk Fest, there you go, featuring the Unofficial, Damn Bullets, Overthinking, Distorted, Strange Routine, South Desert Stompers, and, sorry, I was catching a typo, and Matt Darren at the Groundworks down in Tucson, starting at 4 p.m. with all those bands. And then also down in Tucson, Linguist Largus is playing the R-Bar, 10:30 p.m. since it's just the only one. So there you go. There is some awesome artists, some awesome music that I definitely recommend you're going to enjoy. And of course, be sure to mask with the spiking of COVID right now. And fuck RFK for putting up more barriers to just trying to vaccinate. Objective truth, objective fact. So tired of dealing with anti-vaxxers. And my dad got told this year that his chronic cough is lung damage from his case of COVID in 2020 before there was any of that stuff that apparently anti-vaxxers seem to not take into consideration. Anyways, tangents. Regardless, you're gonna go out there, have fun, support these artists, share them with friends, tell the world how much you fucking thought they were awesome that night. They'll appreciate it. Be sure if you're drinking, be safe. Ride share, get a DD, you know, all the normal. I guess that's all I got. So until next week, which I should be okay. The Cancel Crash show is Saturday, so I should be okay recording another one next week, as long as I feel okay running this chronic through. So yeah, until next week, take care.